Hellen Zille of the Democratic Alliance and Fikile Mbalula, the ANC Secretary General, are clashing over conditions and decision-making processes within the GNU. Hello YouTube, welcome to the Mzansi Ken Central. The African National Congress, our long-standing political giant, has extended an olive branch to various parties, including the Democratic Alliance, the Inkatha Freedom Party, and the Patriotic Alliance. The intention was clear: to create a united front for the betterment of our country, but the reality has been anything but harmonious. The recent formation of the Government of National Unity, or GNU, was supposed to symbolize a new era of cooperation and progress. Instead, it has sown a seed of fear, betrayal, uncertainty among our people. Hellen Zille of the Democratic Alliance and Fikile Mbalula, the ANC Secretary General, are clashing over the conditions and decision-making process within the GNU. Their conflict centers around the fundamental principle of governance and the inclusion of new parties into the unity government. In the recent interview, Mbalula expressed his confidence that the ANC could make significant decisions without the DA's approval. He emphasized that the DA does not possess veto power and the threshold of decision-making involves the collective agreement of the 60% of the participating parties. His words were clear: a single party should not be able to stop the operation of the executive. Hellen Zille, however, strongly disagrees. She insists that the spirit of the GNU requires consensus among all the participating parties, especially regarding inclusion of new partners and the appointment of the cabinet members. Zille stresses that without the DA, the ANC cannot achieve 60% majority needed in the National Assembly to govern effectively. Her frustration is evident as she points out that the ANC cannot unilaterally bring any new party or make significant decisions without proper consultation. But Mbalula remains steadfast. He believes that the doors of the GNU should remain open to any party interested in joining. His stance is one of inclusivity, arguing that the ANC will not shut out potential partners based on ideological differences or internal disagreement. The constructing views between Zille and Mbalula reflect deeper issues within the government of national unity. Ordinary South Africans are left wondering what this means for our future. The promise of unity and cooperation now seems overshadowed by power struggles. The Democratic Alliance has expressed profound disappointment and anger. They feel blindsided, betrayed by the ANC decision to include the Patriotic Alliance without consulting them. This lack of communication has reopened old wounds, bringing back memories of bitter coalition dispute in cities like Johannesburg and Ekurhuleni. The DA sense of betrayal is undeniable, and their anger is justified. They believe they were supposed to be equal partners in the government and not mere spectators to decision making that affects all. On the other side, the ANC, with the chief whip Ndumise Ntuli at the helm, accuses DA of overstepping its boundaries. Ntuli's words are sharp and unyielding, describing DA's demand for consultation as a strange way of thinking. To him, the DA insistence on being consulted is not just a procedural misstep, it's a fundamental betrayal of the Government of National Unity's principles of equality and shared leadership. His anger is directed at what he sees as a DA arrogance, their attempt to play a role of a bigger brother in the delicate political balance. Then there is Patriotic Alliance, a party that has felt marginalized, sidelined for too long. They see the inclusion into the government of national unity as a victory, a chance to finally have their voices heard on a national stage. The PA's leader are defiant, refusing to be bullied by the DA into reconsidering their position. But this defiance brings with it a cloud of uncertainty. How will this new dynamic play out in the walls of power? Will the PA inclusion strengthen our government, or will it only deepen the divisions that already exist? Let us hold on to the hope that our leaders can bring their differences and work together for the good of all South Africans. This is just one side of the story. If you need a detailed truth about how the GNU is going to affect South Africa and how it's going to affect our life, click on this video.